Hey Trucker Fam, it's Charlie, and currently Jada and I are in the state of Ohio, up by the border of Canada. This is definitely a change for us because we're usually down by Mexico. So time to pull out the big coats. Luckily she has no problem staying warm, keeps me warm at night. And this video I'm going to talk about my experience with Jada in the truck. Also, I want to bring up this fridge does not keep things cold, like drinks cold enough. Like if you buy milk, or as I buy almond milk, it will go bad very quickly. And I found that out the hard way. So another story for another day. So when it comes to feeding, I always feed her first because dog food is just not good enough for her apparently. And if she sees mine, she thinks it's hers. And it doesn't always work that way. So what I do is I have two different types of dog food. I have these, which are like the perfect size for her and everything. And then I also have a little scoop and everything because I do want to make sure she stays in a good healthy weight. And she has the no grain, all like natural type of dog food with, I forget the name of the brand because I actually keep it in a container. But it's no grain, made with real like chicken and beef and stuff like that. Like that's what I prefer to use for her because I want her to be as healthy as long as possible because she is on the older side. She's about 11 years old, been together for 9, believe it or not. So she is definitely spoiled. She is so spoiled. Her dog food is like $50, $60 a bag. And it's not like there's one of those ginormous, like you get at Walmart bags. They're like this big as me. No, it's like a normal size bag that's like this big. That's $50, $60. So yes, you are loved. And as you can tell, she likes to sleep in the bed with me, which is a whole other ordeal. So when it comes to sleeping with your dog and everything, for me personally, I love it. I know not everybody agrees with it. They're like, ooh, that's gross, all the dog hair. Look, majority of my clothes are black, and I am so used to it, it's not even funny. Like, I'll just make a sweater out of her fur one day, I swear. Actually, no, I don't have time to do that. But she is a bed hog. Like, her right now, she's against the wall, but on average, she's sleeping this way. Or she sleeps on my pillows, like straight up like a human. It's ridiculous. Yes, I know. And she's an attention hog. She has to get lovin's all the time, which is very cute, but she has learned that she cannot do that while I'm driving. Also, another point I want to hit on is while you're driving, like how to handle. Okay, so driving with your dog for the first few days, I would tie her up in the back. I've been lucky to have taken her on road trips before in my personal vehicle at home, and she does really well. She'll sit in the passenger seat, behaves herself. She is that attention hog, so she's got to be like right up next to me. If you have this problem, you can do what I do and tie them up in the back. Or I would suggest like a baby gate so they can walk around. And I've thought about that, but she mainly now just stays in the back unless like she sees something interesting. So for the most part, she does great while riding. She hasn't gotten sick or anything. I do believe there are motion sickness pills out there for dogs. I don't use anything like that. I keep her on a good diet, and so she's handling things very well. So taking Jada to the bathroom, what I like to do is I get out first and then I'll carry her down and also bring her back in because she is older. I don't want to do any damage to her joints, anything like that. And I basically pamper her like she is a straight up princess. Isn't that right? But yes, so my dog is completely pampered. One thing you're going to really experience though is they're going to sniff everything. When I mean everything, every square inch if you let them. And it is ridiculous because I've stood outside for like 30 minutes one morning because she literally sniffed every spot that she could find. Also, be wary of like trash and stuff outside because there's been chicken bones like laid out that she's tried to eat. I had to literally grab a dirty chicken bone out of her mouth for fear that she would eat it, and it was disgusting. So I consider myself super lucky because Jada isn't like all the other dogs on the road. She doesn't bark or growl at people. She is super well behaved. She sits in the driver's seat when I get out, waits for me, and watches people. If she starts drooling, that's not a good thing. She does that when she sees a cat, and it never ends well for the cat. She doesn't like chickens or goats either. So, man, I'm really sorry about your goat, by the way. You know who you are if you're watching this. I am very sorry about that. But yeah, Jada is great with other people and dogs for the most part. As long as the dog does not show aggression, she will be totally fine. I've had situations where, for instance, my mom, her dog got the Chihuahua complex, and it did not end well. Her dog is still alive, luckily. I felt really bad about that. So I keep talking about how sweet and innocent Jada is, how much of a princess she is, but I do want to bring up the fact that being a mama's girl, she will protect me and herself no matter what, or any of my family. Especially like me and anyone in the house, or like play fighting, just messing around, Nerf guns. She does not like that. She will get right in between us. She will bark and nip and whatever she can, just break up the argument. It's pretty hilarious. Like, we would just be messing around, and she's just like, oh, no, you didn't. Okay, yeah, I just did that. But, for instance, Jada has been very protective over me for years. Myself have the Chihuahua complex, and yes, Nick, I admit it, I have a Chihuahua complex. I am little, I'm hard-headed, and I'm very stubborn. And years ago, I got in an argument or confrontation with someone that had hit her, and I was not having it. I've had her for years. This is my baby, and I was going off on him. I was like, this is my baby, don't touch her, deal with me. Well, that didn't go very well, and so when aggression was shown towards me, she got right in between me and that person and went for them to protect me. And I will never forget that day, because I am so grateful to have such a loving, sweet dog that has my back all the time. And I can't imagine a world without her. And I'm so, so grateful. Till next time, Trucker fam, stay loaded and keep rolling. Bye. Jada. That's my girl.